Obviously had a great time in the Null.
Yep.
Trying to think. There's been a few more that.
And the Null, you got to be more prepared to drop the mitts, even as a goalie.
Do. Yeah. Have you ever been in a scrap?
I have not. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Harvard, November 11th.
You just push it.
Mark it down if it happens. All right, guys, quick break in the action. Just want to talk to you about our proud sponsor over at Streaker Sports. They got all the college hockey merch you're going to want for your team. Look what I'm repping right now. Terriers are back. Macklin Celebrini, Lane Hudson, never heard of them. Picked them to win it all. Looking pretty good right now, except for the dogs are away and they're coming back this weekend. But anything that you want, they got Yale, they got Harvard, they got BU, Vermont. I mean, that's a lot of hockey.
More schools coming.
Army. Yeah.
Hopefully the Beavs. I don't even know if they're coming. Yeah, we can't give away too much yet.
Okay. Yeah, go to Streaker Sports. You're going to want to use promo code ECH15. That's going to get you 15% off your first purchase over at Streaker Sports. Our friends over there. So yeah, again, promo code ECH15, streakersports.com. And now, back to the podcast. All right. Welcome back to Pucks in Deep, episode 145. I'm your co-host, Connor Thelman. Joining me in person, Jimothy James Murray. How are we?
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
College hockey puck.
It's a good looking Beavs t-shirt you got on. What did they do this weekend?
Doesn't this scream CCHA to you? Look how this kind of.
It screams punishment of one team.
Yeah, St. Thomas.
That's what it was.
But anyways.
Sorry, guys.
I don't like
good
to brag.
there.
I'm very humble here over here at Bemidji, Connor.
Yeah, of course.
We didn't even have our starting goalie yet. Still beat him twice.
Wow.
So, the Beavs are back on track. If you, just everyone in this room right now, do yourselves a favor, go to CHN, CCHA standings.
Oh, yep.
And who's at the top?
Let me check one second.
State, I'll do it for you right there.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Wait, where's St. Thomas? I thought they've won.
I don't know.
Oh.
Not there. They're not first.
No. They're currently actually dead last. How is that possible? Wait.
I don't know. But it's one series.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, I'm pumped.
Yeah,
it's
good for you guys.
Good back. I mean, they had not the best non-conference play, but they're back.
Even better that we both predicted the sweep. Feels good. Feels good.
That St. Thomas team
they're good.
All their effort into the Gophers and almost beat them.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
I don't know. It's good. It's good. And I guess right now in all of college hockey, just every league standing, just the standings in general, it's just crazy.
Complete shakeup. So let's get to the story of the week. Or is it
Alaska Anchorage? And they're not. I guess they're one of them. But the Augustana Vikings. I mean, it's the teams that you. If Huntsville was a team this year, they'd probably be 500 too.
Hold on. Shout out Shea Donovan, first Apple of the year. Can we clap it up?
Yeah, that's
It took him 4 seasons to get one Apple. You throw him to Sioux Falls.
Right there.
Yeah, why are we playing?
I thought that was.
You throw him to Sioux Falls and he's putting up an Apple. Jesus, he's putting up an Apple versus Denver.
I can't find the right button
at Denver.
Yeah,
give me that secondary assist all day and twice on Sundays, Shea. Good work, my man. Huge tie. Well, they win the shootout.
They won in the shootout. Officially a tie, but they won in the shootout, and that's still
to everyone. That's
insane.
A win.
At Denver, that's a win. That is a win in this half.
And then they beat an undefeated Colorado College team at CC.
Yeah, tough place to play the altitude
right now.
Yeah,
they're hot.
Yeah.
Now that makes Bowling Green look good. You know, is BG? Are the Falcons back? Talons up?
I don't know. Everyone's back.
Everyone's except for St. Thomas.
And Michigan Tech's 0-4-3 as well. So they've had a tough start.
I guess I look even worse because I did pick Tech.
I picked Tech too, but it's so early, man. They could win the rest of the game this season.
That one stings. Also, tough weekend for the Bulldogs. I'm just going to get ahead of it. We do, so spoiler alert, big pod, Ian Shane, tender for the Cornell Big Red. Obviously, they had a huge weekend, and that's what I'm going to say. Credit. I'm going to be the bigger man. Credit to Cornell, and make sure you stick around for that interview. Ian Shane, cool guy. Obviously, he's going to be up there for the Mike Richter. Could be up there for bringing home a natty at this point. They look that good this weekend.
Yeah.
So Cornell is back.
Cornell is back for sure.
Top 10 for us this week.
Yeah.
They earned it. Bulldogs are a great team.
Michigan looked like Michigan.
Yeah. Poor Lindenwood.
Well, they didn't have a chance. They got Michigan gets the ECH bump early in the week. Rucker has 3 or 4 goals this weekend. A lot of dabs.
I feel like he could have had 1 million. I mean, they scored 19 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Michigan is going to be tough to beat if healthy the whole year.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about rankings before the pod, and we didn't make it to number 2. It took like
It's tough.
20 minutes for us to even get a number
So,
2 out of our mouth.
Shout out Mike Hastings, Badgers. Wow.
Unbelievable. That might be the story. It has to be the story of the week,
yeah,
right?
that's what I thought we were leading with, and you came with Anchorage, but it's right there. It's right there. But yeah, Thursday
and the
night
Vikings, they're both right there.
I don't even wanna
Thursday
think
night
about-
was unbelievable for me.
I thought you were talking about like
No.
Kirk Cousins getting hurt. Yeah, this series I could not have predicted. I thought maybe a split, but for them to dominate the way that they did defensively, everything, like they just looked like the better team both nights. And I know the Gophers are missing.
Well,
obviously, two
Nevers
key
was
guys.
back. Nevers was back.
He was back for both.
Yeah.
All right, well,
He
they're missing
scored the
one
first night, but
Coster didn't play.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
missing Coster, and he's a captain of the team, but it's still
Yeah,
they got
think
outplayed. They got outplayed.
They did.
That was it.
It's early. Like I said, I still think the Gophers are going to be the team to beat in the Big Ten still at the end of the season. But I mean, you can't have a better start for Wisconsin.
I was looking at the lines on Saturday night. They really juggled them up. Moscow did. So,
Really?
yeah. I don't know. I like the actual lines, not the betting lines, but the lines.
Yeah,
the
no.
Gophers. Yeah, but it was juggled up. I don't know. They need to figure something out. But I'll tell you what, that getting swept at home versus your rival is going
Not a
to be
great look.
fuel. It's not
Yeah.
a great look, but that's going to be used as fuel, and it's a reality check really
it's
at the beginning of the season. This is when you want that to happen, though. You don't want that to
Yeah.
happen at the end of the season, right before playoffs. Like, ooh.
It's got to be something about Hastings, man. Like, you think Mankato in the tournament versus the Gophers?
I don't know,
these
but
years,
did you see the
He just
picture?
has
I
their
don't know if I
number.
sent that. We haven't posted it anywhere, but 2 fans decided to wear their Mankato jersey and sit
Yeah,
right behind
behind
the
him.
Wisconsin
I did
fans.
love that.
That's just
made me feel good.
I love college hockey, man,
Yeah.
because of that stuff. So
Yeah, like, don't forget where he
but
came
hey.
from, bud.
he's came in. He brought some guys from Mankato.
Yeah.
He's got some guys in the transfer
So, yeah, he's
portal.
looking
Some
good.
guys stayed at Wisconsin. He's 7-1 to start his tenure at Wisconsin.
Yeah,
That is
they look
unbelievable.
scary.
Yeah,
They look scary. Like they're actually playing to a system.
they're in our top 10 rankings this week. Like it or not,
They
they're
could
there.
be top 5. We still haven't honestly figured it out yet.
That's gonna
So-
be tough. I mean,
They're going to be up there though. They're going to be up there.
everyone grab a drink tonight, boys, because
Yeah.
it's gonna get feisty.
We got
in the
BC
group
number
chat.
1, and then we'll see.
Just-
Vermont could be in there at this point.
Yeah, who knows?
They had a good time.
It doesn't really matter who we throw in there because whoever we have so far this
We're gonna get
season has just
roasted.
gone.
Yeah,
no,
that's
but,
true.
no,
You
but
don't-
they've lost.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the hot seat. You
No.
don't want to be Denver going against a tough Augustana team. You just don't want to be that.
You don't want to be anyone in the country right now playing Augustana. I swear.
Yeah, or
Garrett Reboyne's done a
New
great
Hampshire.
job coming
New
in here
Hampshire's
and
hot.
yeah,
They
they're
could be
hot
up,
too.
UMass. I guess UMass split.
I wouldn't want to play Fairbanks or Anchorage.
No, not a chance in hell. Maine. Maine's hot. Maine's split with Quinnipiac this weekend.
Yep.
There's even Miami's been putting up fights right now. They're 4-1, 4-1-1. Good for
Yep.
them. I'm giving you a shout out. The one time I'm nice to Isaac, he gives me the glare like he's gonna beat my ass. Yeah. So shout out to Miami. Who else had a good?
RIT's atop of the Atlantic right now. Don't want to play them.
That's true. Yeah. Holy Cross, tough weekend.
yeah.
Tough weekend out there. Sacred Hearts in second. So yeah, Robert Morris in third. Shouts.
Couldn't see if you watched the game. You couldn't tell that they're in third place, but
Yeah, some of these teams you would think they're operating from the Space Needle.
man, it's
Like
we need more money in college hockey. That's what it needs to be.
yeah,
You can't have the Big Ten
just
teams
take some.
posting in 12K or whatever the cameras are at nowadays. That Miles, what do we have? Is it 8K? Sorry. Yeah. So and then have Robert Morris shooting with a fucking I don't even know, an iPad or iPod Mini or whatever.
Hey, to be
I
fair,
don't even know,
RMU,
from
I'm just
million
happy they're
yards
back.
away.
I'm just happy they're back.
Yeah,
Mercy
but-
Hurst has been
Hey, dude,
around. Though.
how
They need
nice
to
would it
fix
be though if they had like invest? That's for media is it. That's how you grow the game. Invest in your cameras and that's it.
AIC, you play
Easy.
in an AHL barn. Use their cameras. Why are they putting you up? In the absolute nosebleeds.
It's just it's
We need to fix it. But
it's
other
not
than that,
rocket science. It really
it's
isn't.
not.
And
It's
these schools
not.
have money. Come on.
I know. I'm on your side.
I just want Huntsville back.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Ooh, you know what actually is back? Yale. Did you see that game winner?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
That was
Number
sick.
1 in top plays.
And what
the
was
other
that
day.
camera? That was ESPN Plus, right?
That was
So-
gross. Yeah, that was their specific. Like that wasn't ESPN. That was that. So teams need.
So
their
Yale
own camera
figured it
guy.
out.
Yale
has
did.
it. Wow.
Good for Yale.
You would think an Ivy school would figure it out.
Yep. Yale's back.
Cornell's figured it out.
Yep.
They brought us to Harvard. I mean, here we go.
Yep.
Harvard game. So
Shout out.
It's been figured out.
Shout out Evan, also filming for Cornell.
Yeah.
ECH guy.
Yeah.
So they figured it out. Other teams can too. I think UNH has a good camera
God,
guy.
I'm juiced.
BU. Providence had a tough weekend. I mean, they're still 5-1-1. They'll be top 10.
I like Providence. I think they're top 5.
You think they're well? They were 5 and they split. So I don't know.
I like Providence though. They're
I do too.
yeah.
I think they're a solid team. But when you lose in a shootout-
Northeastern, UConn though in the Hockey East, not looking good so far.
Yeah, no.
No, neither of them look good.
That was, yeah.
Matthew Wood's been a one-man story in UConn and Northeastern.
UConn could have got swept this weekend. They scored with an extra attacker and then won an OT the first night, and then they got shut out on Saturday. Like, they just can't score, and I don't understand why. It's the same team. You have Matthew Wood, Hudson Shandor, like, same boys.
They lost some guys, but I know. I don't know.
Besides,
they'll figure it out.
Besides Twerberg, I can't think.
It's still October. We got to remember it's still October. Cornell just played their first series. So
okay. All right. What else? I guess we went this far into the podcast, not to bring it on an absolute, devastating note, but last night we found out the news along with everybody that Adam Johnson had passed. Tragic accidents in the league that he's playing in Great Britain, was it?
Yeah.
Former Bulldog. Just our thoughts, our prayers, our sympathies go out to him, his family, everybody that witnessed it. It sounded, I don't even watch the video. I haven't. Don't plan on it.
The videos, just terrible.
Yeah, so we don't recommend taking a look.
Don't watch it. Don't share it. Don't watch it.
Exactly. Just keep his family in your prayers. Hug who's close to you. Like that. It's incredibly scary how that can happen. It happened last year to Eric Huss. Thankfully, the trainer rushed onto the ice and saved his life. Who knows what this? I don't want to watch the video, but like that can happen at any time. And it's just incredibly eye-opening and scary at the same time. So just thankful that, we're all still here enjoying college hockey. And yeah, very sad note.
Yeah, never fun to post that one.
No.
It's, I don't know.
So, like a guy I watched at UMD.
Yeah, he came, when I was up at Midge, he played against us, and he's coming down. He's a hell of a player, and I didn't know him personally, but from what I've heard, a hell of a guy too, and scored some big goals, got his first. What was really
nasty.
We included in the post today that his goal to send the Dogs to the Frozen Four, his first NHL goal. Him being a Hibbing kid from Minnesota there.
Yeah.
Scored his first NHL goal against the Wild in Minnesota, so that was pretty cool too.
Sick.
It just gave me chills today, but very unfortunate. Hopefully we can prevent that in the future. We're trying to grow the game, but got to make it safe too. And
right.
I don't know. The talks of getting more protection is definitely going to happen here, and that's all that can be said for right now. But yeah, very unfortunate situation, a tough way to start the hockey season. But
yeah, so no real good way to transition out.
No,
of that.
there is
I think
nothing.
we got to finish on a higher note. Somewhere.
College hockey game day.
Game day.
It's coming to Cornell. We're going to Lynah, and they're playing Harvard, and that's going to be the most.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It is. It's the best. It's top notch. It's that. I'd say that game, Nodak, Minnesota, at Nodak or Minnesota. We got a couple more rivalry games coming up this year that we might be. I'm not going to announce those now, but there's a lot of good college hockey games. But this is the top. This is top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so excited to go there with our crew and get to experience what I've always wanted to experience. Is this game? So,
honestly, a big one on our checklist to get out. It's that, and then seeing Shea Dono live in person. I think those are 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, I've seen him once in person before. I still haven't got a picture or an autograph. So,
well, he's a tough guy to track down.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially after you get 1 point at a Denver.
He's getting NHL looks. I mean, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big one. Shout out to that Denver fan who said, "Who is Augustana?" or whatever it was. Yeah, tough look. Go Skull Vikes, baby.
Yeah, just all the way.
But let's make some quick picks. Let's preview what is coming up this week. That's where we can transition to.
Sorry.
Stonehill. Damn it, I really thought, okay.
They just couldn't pull it all today, huh?
Shout out to Brown. 7-2. That's just rude.
Bitch.
Quite rude. Oh, but Stonehill plays tomorrow. Dude,
what?
Stonehill's conference or schedule, so they play Mondays all the time.
Independent Cup, man. That's why it's the hardest trophy to win in sports.
LIU, that'll be an absolute tilt.
They got LIU tomorrow.
Yep.
LIU.
At LIU.
Got a win last night.
They're hot.
St. Asylum, they beat them.
Sharks are back.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Game day video out now. Go check it out on YouTube. Long Island University, College Hockey Game Day. On our YouTube, go subscribe at Everything College Hockey. Guys, it means the world to us. Go support the Sharks. Second of all, too.
Honestly,
Let's go. Fins up.
Fins are definitely up. All right, so we got a great schedule coming up here. I'm just looking at a really juicy matchup.
Yep.
North Dakota going to BU. That's Friday. I don't even know if it's a series yet. I really hope
I might
want
to go to Boston this weekend, too, honestly.
Dude, BU's
we're
coming
going
back
in a couple
up.
weeks to Boston, but I'm not going to say anything more on that. But
I think people can stop doubting BU. It looks like they figured out, that is a series. What are we calling? At BU. Right now, after they play this
we're just going to
weekend?
pass over Army Sacred Heart on Halloween night.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Obviously, that's
Tuesday night.
Actually, I see another. God, there's so many good ones right now that are popping up. But let's start where I said. Let's just get that done. Get it out of the way. I'm going to say Terrier sweep at home. I'm going to say they're back. After this weekend, they look so... Celebrini's just scoring on command.
Yeah.
They're figuring it out on defense.
I think it's a split. Nodak looks really good, too.
They do, yeah.
And Pearson can steal a game, so... And Jackson Blake's going to start really just leveling up another notch. And then we got... might have a North Dakota player coming on next week, and if they do well...
Ooh, that's true.
We'll see.
That's true.
But yeah, so...
He's going to hate me right now, but yeah. Oh, God.
I'm going Nodak split.
So many good matchups,
I think
James.
because Celebrini and Hudson, like, BU's got to get a win there, too. They're
Yeah.
at home. They get one, but Nodak's win one.
All right,
for
hold
sure.
on. You're going to like this one.
Yeah.
Alaska, Anchorage, Governor's Cup. It starts this coming weekend, James. 2 teams that are absolutely hungry.
This is the first of like 8 games, is it?
Yep.
6? Yeah, okay.
Buckle up. Starts now. It looks like, I mean, is it a home and home? No, they usually just do 2 in a row at the same location. I'm going to guess, and then the Nucks host both this weekend. Who do you got?
I don't think I'm picking a team. I'm just going to mash the over on fights.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's really
actually
it.
pretty fair. I
Yeah.
think, what it, like minus 6,600.
Minus 6,600 for like, it's over under like 10.
Yeah,
Like 10 fights in a game.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. At least 2 goalie brawls.
Only reason I'm saying this is because Sorensen, and I think he gets the job done. I think it's 2 1-goal wins
Coach
for,
of the year,
for
too,
Fairbanks, too.
Largent.
Yeah. But the Seawolves, what a showing to start the season.
Seawolves are 4-4. They have a better record right now than Alaska.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying making up
Crazy.
ground. It's going to be a battle for the Governor's Cup this year.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it to one of them. That's
We
for
need
damn
to.
sure.
Yep. I'm gonna say split. I think Anchorage is looking real nice this season.
I don't know what are they on TV? Flow Hockey probably.
Yeah, I think probably.
Hopefully they can get off that and go to ESPN because
great.
that's what should happen.
Facts. They deserve the world, honestly. All right, this is a huge one. The Ghosts are going to Duluth. An angry Dogs team. Ben Steves.
And the Gulfs aren't angry after getting swept at home from the rival.
They are, but they're going to be freezing their balls off up in Duluth, baby. The
They're
2-1-8.
also from
Good luck, baby.
I got a split though.
You got a split?
I got a split. Wasn't impressed with the Gulfs game so far this season.
I wasn't impressed with the Dogs this weekend either, so I'll go split. I
Yeah.
would love a split.
I'll take a
I
split
would
shake.
love one.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'm going to say Steves, at least 3 tucks.
that's all I want. I just
back.
want Steve to keep
2 power
tucking
play
goals.
tucks and then 1 breakaway.
Oh, also go check out our Ben Steve's Day in the Life video. It's on YouTube as well.
Doing some numbies.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to other big matchups. Michigan goes to Wisconsin. That's a biggie.
I got Michigan. Sweet.
Michigan sweep.
Yeah.
You think, Hastings getting a little too high and mighty over there, the boys?
No, I just think Michigan right now is the best team in the country.
Yeah, you think they're going to hang 19? I don't think it's going to be that much.
No. I think it's gonna be 1-goal
Yeah, they
games,
gotta-
but I think they're the best team in the country right now.
Okay. I'm going to say split. I think Michigan's going to dominate one night, and then Hastings is just going to chew the boys out, and they're going to win like
Can we
2
put Michigan
2-0.
2 in the rankings? I don't know. It's too high.
Let's
but-
figure this out later.
Okay,
Figure it
I'm
out
just saying,
later.
BC's won. They deserve it. They were that high, and they swept Michigan State this week, which is a hell of a game, hell of a series. But
Yeah.
Michigan, they look great. So what else do we got in the
How
docket
about
here?
for the CCHA title, Augustana goes to Michigan Tech.
Oh, thank God. Elliot, I was praying you didn't say Augustana heads to Bemidji. So I'm going Augustana sweep here. I'm riding the wave, and Michigan
Ooh.
Tech moves to 0-6-3 to start the season.
I'm going to say this one hurts.
I picked Michigan Tech to win the division.
At some point,
The
Tech's
conference
got to
win.
win, man. They're 0-4-3. I'm going to say it's a get right week. I hope to God, because otherwise they're dead, and then my pick to win is just dead. I picked
I mean, I
Seattle
think the
to win
NCAA
Richter.
almost has to change their rule as far as just being, Augustana being eligible to play in the NCAA
Do you think they
tournament.
take over the eligibility for Michigan Tech if they win this?
They should. They
Yeah,
should.
they
They should
should.
be playing for eligibility.
Give them the
this
keys, I'll
weekend.
lock up.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Huskies because something has to give, but I'm not confident in it at all.
But
I'm
you're
just
saying
hoping.
sweep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hope.
wow. Yeah.
I got hope.
Thanks. Cause
I'll throw it to him.
Yeah, that makes it up.
If not, I think, what's his face? Swankler's got to get the hell out of there. I mean, is that what it is?
I don't know.
It can't be good. It's not helping. All right, what else? Michigan State goes to Ohio State. That's a nice one.
Michigan State, they played well. They just came up with 2 losses. So I got Michigan State sweep at Ohio State this weekend.
Ooh. I'm going to say split.
That's fair.
Ohio State cannot. They keep getting split or like a shootout win.
Yeah.
I bet Michigan
That's not a
State
bad
wins
guess.
one. They win Friday night. Ohio State wins in the shootout Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
Kind of how it's been going.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I hope so.
Yeah. My Beavs had to
That was not what I'm
pay Seymour a visit. And that's
dude, Lake
good.
State swept this weekend.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
hot.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I love to see
Seymour's
that.
back.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
so
been
good
a
to
crazy
see
year.
Benito, Posa, and the boys get hot.
He's still there?
Yeah, dude.
God.
Him. Who's my favorite guy on their team? What is his name? Something Roy.
Something Roy.
Harry. I think it's like Harry Roy.
Oh, no, it's not.
Dude's a wagon. Yeah, no, his name's for sure Harry. I'm looking him up now because he's on their power play and he's a effing wagon. Yeah, Harrison Roy, 2 goals, 2 assists this year. He's a senior.
That's insane.
He's gonna light you guys up, but I'm gonna say beef sweep.
That is insane. Thank you. I'm taking the beef sweep too.
There we go. Let's get to Hockey East. We got UNH going to Providence. That is a big one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
UNH just continues to get huge W's, but I think most of them have been at home. So you go to a very tough place to play in Providence, who they really don't lose at home. I'm gonna say Providence. Is it a home and home? I'm too lazy to look right now. It's not. That's pretty far, I guess. Yeah.
Providence and what?
Yeah, Providence, New Hampshire. I'm not a geography guy. Clearly, I'm gonna say Providence sweeps. UNH fans, earmuffs. You're going down, baby.
I got a split. I just said I love Providence, but I also love UNH. So,
I do.
yeah.
It's good for college hockey for them to be back. I want them to get a split here, but I think Friars get her done.
Anything else we got?
Quinnipiac, Harvard. It's only one, but Harvard's 0-1.
I'm taking Harvard.
Taking Harvard. They do host.
Yep.
If Colin Graff plays, give me Quinnipiac.
That's fair.
BC goes to UMass Lowell. Probably a home and home.
I got a split here.
Split?
Yep.
Ooh,
I think Lowell got one
Riverhawks.
this past weekend.
They did.
Yeah, they deserve some love. And BC has to go there. I got Lowell winning. I think the next night will be at BC, if I'm correct.
Give me BC. Give me BC. Double. Sweep it up.
You're sweeping. BC
Yep.
sweeping. Are you sure?
Riverhawks.
Yeah, it is a
Mainly,
home and home.
it's their
that night.
fans that chirp me for not including them in final scores when
it's
they
that
split with
Conte on Friday,
Anchorage.
sorry.
I just got a gripe with them this
Yep.
year. So, yeah, give me BC all day.
Northeastern UMass.
Ooh. I don't think I'm going to watch that one. Give me UMass.
Yep. Give me UMass.
Fair? All right.
Yep.
All right. What else we got? Denver, CC. Gold pan?
Denver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm thinking, yeah.
They're going to be
I think that's gonna be-
pissed off. I felt bad for Air Force Saturday. They know they had been just
Yeah.
fucked, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
actually, give me split.
No?
Denver's wavering. Hate to say it, Isaac. They're both of them are wavering. They face the hottest team in college hockey, but they're wavering.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say split. Western Omaha.
God, that's tough. Western.
We got to rapid fire these. All right. I'm just gonna go down.
do you got?
Stonehill goes to Arizona State.
Western Omaha for you.
Western
Okay.
sweep. Stonehill goes to
ASU.
ASU.
Next.
Yeah. God, I just really want him to get one.
Anyone else?
My Skyhawks split.
Miami St. Cloud. At St. Cloud. I got split.
Ooh, St. Cloud sweep.
Okay.
Get right week.
Get right
I'm
week.
just gonna keep saying that till it happens for some of
I
them.
think that's it for picks. RIT Army.
Yeah.
God,
Okay,
I
let's
missed
finish.
that.
No. Canisius.
Oh,
Big one.
Holy
Isaac's
Cross.
gonna be there.
Yep.
Give me Griff sweep. They're so back.
Yeah. Give me the
They're so
Griffs.
back.
Yep. I'm
Here
all
we
in.
go. And then RIT Army. Who you got? Last one.
Give me
Army hosts.
Give me
Army
Army.
hosts.
Give me Army.
Sweep?
Yeah.
Tigers are hot.
Yeah, I don't care.
Army has yet to win a game.
Give me.
All right, I'm gonna go split.
All right,
Split. All right, there you had it, people. Those are our picks, and guess what? You can do the same thing too in the states that allow it. All the cool ones do. That's the good news. You're gonna want to go to DraftKings Sportsbook. That's right, DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code THPN. That's THPN. You're gonna get just a little bit of bang for your buck. Is that not right, James?
The NFL season is going strong, and DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with an offer that's even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week to score $200 instantly in bonus bets. At DraftKings Sportsbook. That's it, I think, right? That's the ad?
THPN. You heard it,
yeah.
people.
Yeah, code THPN. Use it.
Boom. Now we welcome on a very special guest for you guys. We have the starting goaltender for the Cornell Big Red, Ian Shane. Ian, welcome to the show here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Pleasure. I mean, it stings a little bit. I think we were talking before this. I am a UMD alum.
And that is the
Not like
main
I was-
reason why I texted him this morning saying you're coming on the pod.
Yeah. Thanks for that. So you guys had a great weekend, especially. I mean, the whole team, but you only gave up one to UMD at home in 2 games here. Talk about the boys undefeated. Lynah was juiced. I mean, Big Red's looking good. How's everybody feeling in that locker room right now?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, Coach Schaefer was pumped up after the game. He was talking about this is one of the fastest teams he's had, and I guess probably one of the most competitive teams he's had right off the bat. So to start off, like I remember last year going to Duluth, it was pretty tough to play a team that's about 6 games in, and we're playing our first games. We've only played a couple exhibitions, so to come out and kind of show and do what we did, like it's impressive to all of us in the room, and we just want to build off of it. I think it's a really good starting point and kind of shows our character, like for the way we've been grinding, and all the freshmen this fall just come together, done a great job. Like we're just really excited right now.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have a fair amount of freshmen. I mean, on the team this year, talk about just what it's been like, I guess. I mean, it's been a lot of practice, right? But yeah, you said maybe Shave said that the team's faster, but talk about the impact that they've made, already in this short season.
Oh, they've been unbelievable. Like they got really comfortable really quick, and you can tell just as a class they're really close with each other already. They're doing a great job in the classroom, in the rink, like all around. They're great guys, and I mean they're showing that right off the bat. Like they're making an impact. You got guys like Ryan Walsh, Sean Castagna. Like guys are some of the most talented players I've ever played with. And some of them are like Hoyt Stanley's 5 years younger than me. Like it's almost a generational. They're phenomenal hockey players, and we're pumped to have them this year.
Yeah, I mean, you got 10 freshmen on the team this year. I mean, that's
it's a good
a
amount.
third of the locker room right there. About so fourth of the locker room. But it's I mean that's good to hear though. Obviously, I mean I'm pumped. Should we just announce the news right now before we get into this pod?
Yeah, rip it.
All right.
Rip it.
College Hockey Game Day is coming to Cornell for those that want to know. Yeah, November 11th we'll be there. They're taking on Harvard, and I want to say we're throwing the fish, but it's not guaranteed yet. But we should.
I think it's been in the works. Discussions. Yeah. We're working on that. But yeah, that's obviously a huge matchup coming up. I mean, Harvard's shitting their pants after what happened this weekend.
They should be. They should be.
You got to be. They might not show up or not. So that's only a Michigan thing to do.
No,
but yeah. So it's going to be a huge matchup. ECH in the building. Obviously that's been circled on your calendar, I'm assuming. But talk about just that rivalry in college hockey and how important that game is, especially at home for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about that rivalry before I was ever committed to Cornell. Like, I think everyone knows the Harvard-Cornell line of game is a great atmosphere, but you don't really fully understand that until you either played in it or just experience the atmosphere. Like, coming out for warm-ups and you have 5,000 people packed into a 4,000-person rink, like, everyone's on top of you. It's the loudest I've ever heard any building I've played in. I mean, the Lynah Faithful are unbelievable every game, but that game, too, is just, like, sells out really quickly, obviously, and like the whole school, it's pretty much a holiday. Like it's so much fun. And, definitely have that one circled. And I mean, we in my career here, we haven't beaten Harvard yet, so we definitely own one too. So at home would be a good opportunity.
You guys haven't beaten Harvard yet since you've been there? I just assumed that you would have, but I mean they've been good the last few years.
They've been really. Yeah, the roster was stacked last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Now what is Harvard? They haven't played yet, right? Or do they play this weekend? I think they tied.
Yeah, they tied Harvard the first. I don't know who they played Saturday.
I got you. They're not 2-0.
No.
Can confirm. Okay.
Yep.
That's big.
But College Hockey Game Day, ECH Bump's coming November 11th, 7 p.m. start on ESPN Plus. But we'll be there in action, get behind the scenes shots. We'll be interacting with fans, and like I said, hopefully throw the fish or. I don't know. I don't want to get on the chance too. I mean, they're ruthless.
Yeah.
What is that student section like though for that? I guess that game in particular, or just in general. How ruthless are they?
I would agree. They're pretty ruthless. They do their research definitely on the other goalie. You kind of hear the chants like definitely, no censor, no filter on those guys. It's pretty funny to hear, especially being on the other end of it and kind of hearing them beat the other goalie. It's pretty fun. I don't think there's another place that I've been to where I get the same treatment just as much as the other goalies do. Like we're pretty ruthless over there, so it's fun. And the Harvard game. Different spectacle. I mean, you guys were talking about throwing the fish, like the fact that Harvard has to come out and line up on the other side of the rink just so they're not getting hit by the fish is just kind of speaks.
Yeah, don't they throw shit all when they come out?
It's just the chance, F you, Harvard, the whole thing. It is so loud, and the ceiling's low. I haven't been there. This has been a game, by the way, that I've had circled on my calendar since I've started ECH. I've always wanted to go to this game. It's finally happened. I'm so pumped. Like you said, there's going to be 5,000 people standing on top of each other. It's only 4,000 seat arena, right? But, my God. It's just going to be. I want chance the whole game from the Faithful.
Just how loud it's going to be.
Yeah. I just want constant chance the whole game.
It looks lower. I don't know. Have you ever played at Bowling Green? I'm picturing low ceilings. It looks lower than that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be loud.
I haven't been to Bowling Green, but line is definitely very low.
Okay. Yeah.
So no high glass chips, probably.
Not a lot of them, but still pucks deep.
Yeah.
Somehow. Some way. Okay. We'll make it happen. But obviously, huge series.
Dude, I'm so pumped. For this game.
When it November 11th?
November 11th.
That's the date?
I'm just juiced. Yeah.
Circle that on the calendars. Who do you guys got coming? I think you're going to Yale next.
Yeah, it's Yale at Brown versus Dartmouth. Then it's Harvard, and then Quinnipiac the next week at Quinnipiac.
Okay.
So and then BU shortly after. I mean, you guys have a tough schedule. You You guys get your test and
Yeah, BU, and you guys play UMass non-conference this year, and Arizona State. That's a tough non-conference schedule. Yeah, is there which one of those games, I mean, BU, would that be like revenge game for you guys? Is that top of the mind right now?
Definitely one that I think guys have had circled just ever since regionals last year. Like we definitely know those guys. So that's one we're really excited for, especially it's at the Garden. Like can't really ask for a better atmosphere.
We gotta go.
At the Garden?
It's at the Garden.
Shit,
Man.
I didn't even notice that.
Okay, and that's just gonna amp up someone else on the other team. So I'm just gonna give one tip here, and that's it. Number 71, don't let him score. That's it. That's it. Macklin celebrating. He's just what a start.
Keep an eye on that guy.
Kid. But that game
or number 20. Number 20 is decent.
He's good too. But I'm just that game though at MSG. How can you beat that?
Yeah,
they'll both be ranked teams, and it's gonna be good.
Who'd you guys play at MSG last year? Remember that was packed. Obviously. Who was it? Sorry.
Played UConn last year. We alternate every other year. We'll play BU and then just another non-conference team usually.
And you guys ran them last year, wasn't it? Like 6-0. Am I recalling that right?
So yeah.
Good God. All right. So this is. I mean, you guys are hot there. It sounds like so. This could be a huge revenge game on the ticket. Should we just never leave? Go to Cornell.
Yeah.
Just hang out for a while. Because when is that series? The 25th of November. Yeah, 3 weeks in Cornell.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the regional though. You guys beat Denver in the opening round. Talk about that game though. What that did for I guess your confidence this year too, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people don't really, or I guess a lot of people sort of underestimate the ECAC. But I mean, you look at even what Quinnipiac did last year, winning it all. Like I think we kind of try to do our part in that, and just show that like our conference is good and we have a lot of talent in this conference. And and to Denver, I mean, I remember watching the selection show just in our like little lounge room back at the rink at Lynah. You know, they announced we were playing Denver and they were talking about the Manchester final and they were talking about, it's going to be a great regional final with Denver versus Boston University. And we're just kind of sitting there like, they're just not even
They didn't give you any love.
That's so tough.
I gave you guys some love. I picked you guys.
I made money on that game, so yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
No, did you?
Yeah. Felt good.
I picked the Big Red to go to the Frozen Four. You guys almost did. I mean, it was maybe like so. I looked so good.
Yeah.
That was it.
We're smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
But this year, I mean, why not go back? I mean, what do the boys have to do right now? I know it's way down at the end of the season here, but is there anything being said about the playoffs right now, or is it just game by game?
I think you kind of have to do both a little bit. Like, obviously, we want to take a game, just sort of build off everything. Like, our goal right now is just coming out with 2 wins and a Yale Brown. But,
I
mean, it's you always got it. You're always thinking about the sort of the end result and the journey and kind of where the season's going to lead to. And I think we have high expectations for ourselves this year. And we definitely want to be bringing back some hardware at the end of the year, whether it's just an ECAC championship or a national title. Like I think our team considers ourselves legitimate contenders. So
absolutely, we'd love to see you here. We're in Minneapolis right now. The Frozen Four is in St. Paul. So since we're going to Cornell, you get to come visit us in Minnesota here. End of the year.
Plus, don't they give away the Mike Richter?
Yeah,
same kind of deal. Is that something? I mean, obviously, you're not. Just focusing on awards right now, but, with Yana Peretz getting so much praise last year, I think, your name was in the conversation, but more so around tournament time, like, they beat Denver, here's Ian Shane having a great performance. But like, is that something that you're paying attention to? Like maybe you're getting overlooked for some of these when you're, had a hell of a year last year. You're off to a great start so far too.
Yeah, not necessarily. I wouldn't say it's a goal of mine. I think it's really cool to be sort of mentioned or named in that group of goalies. Like, there's a lot of great goalies, obviously, we're just coming back for either senior years or fifth years, and it could be really cool to be in that sort of conversation again. But I wouldn't say it's really front of mind for me very much.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. Good. I mean, that's a Cornell answer.
Yeah,
just smart.
To win.
Yeah, just dialed in.
There. Yeah.
Dialed in here. I think for Plops, there's one recommendation I could have.
What?
Usually I go off block shots. Can't really do that with a goalie.
Can't.
Can we get a Muzzy going? You're very clean shaven right now. I feel like you would look nasty with a stash.
And yeah, if I could grow one, maybe it's. I don't think my dad could grow a beard until he's about 35. So I don't think they were there.
All right, someday.
Yeah.
Someday. NHL plop stash.
Okay, there you go.
Gross.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay. The lettuce is coming in too. Maybe just grow that out. That would work.
Yeah, no, you got to get the playoff mullets going again. So
let's get playoff mollies.
Back to this Harvard game really quick.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there any? What do you have to say about? I guess you guys just beating Harvard. Any smack talk? I'm asking. You got anything for them? What would you tell your Cornell fans right now to pump them up for this game? There we go.
I mean, I don't think I have to do anything to pump up our Cornell fans. Like the tradition goes back. I was talking to a couple Cornell Hockey Association members after the game last night, and they were just telling me about when they went here in the '80s, and they would stay up all night for like 2 nights, just camping outside Lynah to get tickets for the Harvard game. Like that's what students would do, and it's kind of different here. I think it already sold out because they put the tickets out online. But like I said earlier, it's a holiday for our school. Like our fans get fired up enough, and like everyone's already excited and talking about it. And honestly, I kind of forgot it was just 2 weeks away pretty much here. So
yep,
I think everyone's getting excited and getting dialed in. But I would say, yeah, we definitely owe these guys one. So I think everyone's excited for that.
Let's freaking go.
Dally, can I just ask you one question? I guess it's your turn on the pod.
Yeah.
Do you have a line for a brawl in that game?
Oh, minus 3,500. Yeah. Give or take. Yeah. Can we? That's a question we ask all of our guests, though. Can we bring fighting back to college hockey?
And if not,
and why?
All time, just this game.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh man, I think it'd be sweet. I do. I'm also a goalie, so I don't think you'd see me really in the forefront of that. But
you never know.
I think we got some guys in our team who are pretty good scrappers. I mean, we're a pretty heavy team. Obviously, that's our reputation. Our guys love to get physical. Our guys love to hit or block shots. So I think you had fighting back into the game. You'd see a pretty hectic atmosphere at Lynah.
Yeah, you guys got some big boys.
I remember, I forget where we were flying from or to or whatever, but like we ran into your team at the airport last season, and I was just like, is this the hockey team or the football team? Like, you have some big kids on that team. You did. The guys we met were big.
Yeah.
But I guess who's throwing the most up in the weight room right now?
Oh man, guys like Kyle Penny, he's like deloading his deadlifts like 405 just in the fall, just casually. I mean, we have a lot of units on our team. Like even our freshmen this year, Tyler Catalano, George Figueres, like Liam Steele,
Bancroft is huge. Yeah.
They're just massive. Dude, they have some
every-
big boys. That's ECAC hockey, though, is it not? I mean, it's just big. There's no
need
space.
size.
You're just getting hit.
Yeah.
And there's skill. I mean, as you saw, that's Quinnipiac won it last year. I don't know. The recipe works.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of a good transition. I did want to ask about Quinnipiac. Obviously, I think ECAC got, slept on. They have been slept on the last few years. But is that kind of, after they ran it last year, is that, a matchup where you're also circling on the calendar, like you guys want to be the ECAC team to beat,
Yeah, I would say there's a little bit of a rivalry that's sort of formed there since my freshman year. They're a really talented team, obviously. I mean, they're reigning national champions. Like you can't rule them out for anything. It'd be great again here. And that's always a fun game to play, though. It's definitely a bit of a rivalry. It's not the same as Harvard. Obviously, it doesn't have that same tradition.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's just two teams that kind of want to be at the top and are just fighting for that peak spot.
And I would say you guys have hands down the better student section. We love the Teletubbies. They didn't even travel to Tampa.
I would rank
they didn't even get to Tampa
the
last year.
Lynah Faithful, though, probably top 5 in college hockey.
Yeah.
If they're all there,
Yeah.
they should be. I don't know.
Exactly.
The
They'll be
student
there.
sections in college hockey this year, I feel like have taken a step up.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
Also, every year.
Except, for
getting
a few
there.
schools. But the
So,
majority
couple
of them
going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowling Green.
Oh, come on, man.
All right. We'll stop. But mostly they're going up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just you create this is back one more last time to this Harvard game, but you create an atmosphere like that, and it becomes just addicting to go to. I feel like for the students, right, the fans, it's like why not do this every weekend, or at least try to implement it? Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Well,
And
not
being,
full-time.
I feel like can we say Cornell's a hockey school? I know the basketball team's usually pretty damn good. Football obviously had some good years. But I mean the men's and women's are now going to be top 10.
Yeah,
Out of the gates here. Can we say you guys are a hockey school? Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I'd probably also like to say that we're a hockey school. We
They-
do have really good,
yeah.
really good playing program,
Mhm.
unbelievable, really a lot of guys in that team. But yeah, I would personally like to say that we're a hockey team or a hockey school.
Let's go. Yeah, you guys are good at damn near everything, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Academics, a little bit
Yeah.
better in Duluth.
That brings up
Hurts.
in my next question. So you're playing one of the hardest positions to play in sports, being a hockey goalie, but you're also going to one of the hardest schools in the nation. So how do you do both?
had to figure out my time management freshman year. That was a little bit. But,
Yeah.
I think they kind of put you through the ringer a little bit freshman, sophomore year. I would say this year is one of my semesters, so just kind of taking advantage of the extra time I have. Yeah, I mean, Schaefer, like he preaches making sure you have good grades, making sure you're sitting in the front of class, like making sure that you're making it to every class. Yeah, you can't really hide in this program. You gotta have your good grades. You gotta have the grades up. So, if you don't, you're either not playing or you're in 8 a.m. study session. So it's not really fun to wake up for that.
Just grinding.
Do you guys take classes on Fridays, or is it no class for anyone on Friday?
Most guys try to avoid it. Some
Yeah.
guys, like I have a discussion Friday mornings, which is not too bad. I make a 45-minute discussion and then run over to the rink for morning skate. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Still, I don't think the goalie should have to do anything on Friday, even Thursday.
Yeah, just lock in.
Yeah.
You're basically signing up for a punishment every weekend, so like you don't need to be hitting the books too hard, I would think. But
I was just curious. I don't know how it works over there, but yeah. I don't know.
I did have one question sticking on school real quick. Seeing your bio on the Cornell page, it says you're enrolled in the School of Hotel Administration, which I'd never seen before. Can we talk about that? How do you get involved in that? Like what, there's got to be a story behind that.
He's just fishing for one.
Well, Cornell's a little different than I guess some other of the Ivy Leagues or some other schools where it's separated into, I want to say either like seven or 8 different colleges.
Okay.
So everyone's enrolled like a different school within Cornell.
Mhm.
It's like I'm in the Nolan School of Hotel Administration, which is a business hospitality program. It's been awesome. I had no idea what to expect going into it. I had never heard of studying hospitality before I came here, but it's been really cool. It's a really cool alumni network, and you get to meet a lot of those people, and just a really cool kind of community within it as well. Like it's your classes are pretty small. I think most of my lectures are around 40 people, and then you break out into discussions that are way smaller than that. So you get to know everyone in it, and it's been a really fun time so far. So, and like I said, it's getting a little bit easier now that I'm kind of on the back end of it, but
Yep.
It's been a really good experience.
That's huge. Okay. That's a good answer. I just wasn't informed, I guess.
Good to know.
It makes a lot more sense now. Yeah. It's like hospitality.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Okay, one last quick gripe on the Ivy, which you kind of mentioned it early on, is that you guys don't get to play until Halloween, damn near, and that's got to be compared to like Quinnipiac, the rest of the ECAC that's not in the Ivy. Talk about like how hard it is to prep that, and like thankfully you guys came out of the gates running this year, but that's got to be very difficult to do when teams like UMD or whoever you play come in with 4 to 6 games under their belts.
No, it's frustrating to see everyone start up, and you're just like, okay, well, we're about to get our first exhibition game in, and these teams kind of get that experience and get their freshmen sort of into the lineup and get used to everything. And like you said, we have to hit the ground running. Like we don't have a choice. Like especially if we're going to play an out-of-conference team like Duluth, that's big for pairwise. It's big for the national tournament. And because we start later, we play less games, obviously. So for us to succeed early on is huge. And like you said, we have a lot of sort of early tests here with Harvard, Quinnipiac, BU, and then we have our Christmas tournament with UMass. Then we go to Arizona the next weekend. Like
All ranked
those are all going
teams.
to be really tests. Yeah. It's imperative we hit the ground running, and I think we did a really good job. Like we prepared really well in the fall, and Coach Schaefer, I mean, he knows what to expect every single year, and I think our upperclassmen, we know that as well. You have to get the freshmen on board pretty early, and I think we did a good job of that and sort of setting the expectation, and it definitely paid off this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good answer too.
There's so much added pressure those first games, man.
Yeah.
Especially
Like, I can't
like you said, you
imagine.
mentioned the pairwise and stuff, but it's just like you do have less games. Yeah, that's the number one thing, right? There you have less games than everyone.
Right.
Then when you have a ranked team coming into town, it's even more pressure. And it's just not,
I remember the same deal with, you guys and Harvard, obviously you guys started at the same time, but Harvard had so much hype coming into last year. We didn't get to see them play. And everyone's like, why are they ranked so high? The same thing now with Cornell. It's going to be like, they've played 2 games. And it's like, yeah, and look how they did.
Look how they did.
Like, I just feel like the ECAC kind of just gets that kind of,
those
rap.
first 2 wins against Duluth too is huge because they're going to
Yeah.
be top 20 the rest of the year. Probably, most likely.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really
Just
hope
trying
so.
to throw you a bone over
I
there.
appreciate
Connor.
that. I appreciate that. But I do kind of just, one last note on the ECAC, being overlooked. I feel like we kind of mentioned they play such a heavy style of hockey
Yep.
too. So like there's no easy win in the ECAC, even though there's been some down, years for like teams like Yale, Dartmouth, whoever you want to say.
Yeah.
But it's not. You can't going into Dartmouth, going into Yale is not an easy win.
Yale's won a championship more recently than Minnesota here. So.
Exactly. So like talk about just that. ECAC, just tough competition no matter what.
Nail gun conference.
Nail guns, baby.
Yeah.
Can we throw that out there?
Yeah. Yeah, like your average score of an ECAC game is going to be your 2-1, 2-0 game. Like it's just they're long games, very gritty. Like you go into an away barn, and we're lucky because we travel so well with our fans. But a lot of times, like you're just in kind of an older facility, and the atmosphere isn't always the same as Lynah. Like you kind of have to find your own energy at times. But I would say you guys are spot on with that. Like it's just a gritty conference, and a little bit of an well, like guys are just big and hit all the time. That seems to just kind of be the game plan for everyone, is try and wear the other team down and try and score 3 and keep the other team to 2. This is pretty much a goal.
God, I love
that. That quote right there. Try to score 3, keep the other team. That's just a classic.
Like I know we call ourselves the NOLF podcast, but I think we definitely like the ECAC is pucks and deep just as much as the Atlantic is pucks and deep. That's our style of hockey.
Yeah,
so we like to watch. It's fun. Guys getting after it. Guys, a potential scrap thrown in there. Like, why not? Also, I did have a question. You played in the NOL, which we love to see. I know you also played it in the U show. So, like, maybe, I don't know. I want to talk about the NOL. Tell me about your, I think it was 1 year for the Bismarck Bobcats. Tell me how that was and how that prepared you for college puck here.
Yeah, I got sent to Bismarck from Chicago around January of my second year of juniors, and kind of put me in a spot where I just had to compete every single day. And I think a lot of guys who sort of make that transition down from USHL to the NOL is like, I think a lot of guys sort of look at that in a negative, but for me and for goaltending, like gave me an opportunity to just compete and sort of find myself and face a lot more pucks than I probably would have staying with Chicago. And it's definitely, I mean, like the joke is the Vietnam, like it gets pretty chaotic. Times I got stories like our coach throwing our whole stick rack over the boards, and I think my first road game, we went and played one of the Alaska teams in like Marshall, Minnesota, at a high school rink with no one there. And one of my teammates, like Superman, flying punched a kid again, like his first fight in the second period, and I was just like, where am I right now? It's definitely a fun league. It's a fun time, but honestly, it's pretty comparable to like the ECAC. It's pretty gritty, and
I love that.
There were a lot of guys kind of all getting squeezed down into the NOL. So my year was really competitive, and it was a lot of fun. So
yeah,
I mean that's a quote right there. Yeah, it's everything that you just said.
They are comparable. It's a little bit older. It's gritty. Yeah, there's a lot of pucks and deep, like you said.
And there's just a lot of good stories coming. Like every person that plays in the NOL is like, well, let me tell you.
It's hard to not have one good story from the NOL if you've played there.
Yeah.
Like you weren't a part of the team if you don't have a story. Yep,
100%. And I feel like the NOL actually has been producing goalies.
That's the thing. I was just gonna say that too. Like it's different perspective, I guess, for the goalies going to the NOL than a forward. So
like Dryden McKay. Obviously had a great time in the NOL.
Yep.
Trying to think. There's been a few more that.
And the NOL, you got to be more prepared to drop the mitts, even as a goalie.
Do. Yeah. Have you ever been in a scrap?
I have not. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Harvard, November 11th.
You just push it.
Mark it down. If it happens. Could
you imagine what if that happened though? What if it was just like puck drops, start the game, and everyone's gloves are just off?
I think the school would look the other way. It's such a rivalry.
Yeah, you just gotta let it go.
Not that you should start it, but
not that the refs could stop it either. Though there's 3 of them out there, and you got everyone going.
The Harvard tendy comes into your kitchen.
Just imagine this.
Bell.
Can you imagine that though? Fighting to college hockey. Imagine the Lynah Faithful.
Yeah,
going nuts when the guys drop the mitts. Like the place would be so loud you couldn't hear for weeks.
Even if you like had it, let's just say it was a draw. I think the Lynah Faithful would jump the boards and finish them off.
Yeah,
like so you'd be fine.
To finish them off.
Crazy,
dude. It would be crazy.
Exactly.
It'd be deafening in there if everyone dropped the gloves.
I want to see it.
Yelling.
I don't know how we got onto that. The null happened. Okay.
The null.
Let's move away. What other questions one question we ask every goalie is just like, how the hell did you get started? Like, at what point were you like, I want to sign up for this pain? Every single time. How did that happen?
Yeah, it was like my second game of in-house. Our goalie just didn't show up, so they asked who wanted to play.
How it goes.
unfortunately for my parents, I was the first one to raise my hand. So they strapped the pads on me. That our goalie ended up quitting. So I just ended up playing goalie the rest of the season. And I still feel bad for my parents, but it was the one position my dad out. But, worked out.
He's like, yeah, you can play hockey, just don't play goalie. And right away, you're like, check out this mask. They threw me in net. Sick. Oh, God. Yeah. Can we talk about, so that obviously goalie happens. And you're from California, I guess, too. So, like,
that's even more rare, California goalie.
Yeah, California tendy. How did that start? Like, at what age did you start playing hockey? Or, like, was it, your dad played? Was that why you're in there?
Yeah. My dad played down the road from here, actually. He played at Hobart for a little bit. And then went and played a couple years professionally in Germany. And I just remember growing up going to his beer league games. It's like, this is sweet. Like, I want to play hockey too. Mm-hmm. Finally got my chance. Disappointed him and decided to become a goalie, and kind of followed in his footsteps in that way.
That's sick. Okay, I like that. And now, obviously, everywhere down south, I feel like is growing in hockey too. So, like, do you train still, or like, where do you train in the off season? Do you stay around Cornell?
I stayed here this last summer, just because I had like hip surgeries in the spring, so I was just rehabbing out here. I couldn't really skate anyway. But usually I'll go back work with my goalie coaches back in Anaheim. There are quite a few guys that like I still skate with, like Eric Comrie, Dustin Wolf, Carl Stankowski, like Matthias Scholl, who's actually
Beef
at AG. Yep. So there's quite a few goalies out there, but I think it's definitely growing, especially with like the Kings winning 2012, 2014 helped the game so much out there. Like, for sure. Remember when I AAA, I think there were like 6 teams in all of California. And now they're definitely pushing to try and, like 4 of them each year were just 2 junior Kings and 2 junior Ducks teams. Like, so I think it's definitely growing big time, which is great to see.
So I think, you're only facing like 6 teams growing up. There's got to be some scraps that happen then too, just prepare you for where you are now. You're seeing the same guys every weekend. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Let me see. I had another question, but I forgot. Do you have anything, James? Right
I'm looking online for just pictures.
We do have to get a speed round at one. Oh, we're going Graham?
Yeah, well, I'm not even on the Graham. I'm on Google right now.
Okay.
I think the setup is from last year. Do you still have the same setup from last year? Or do you got new pads this year? Because I haven't seen any pictures yet from this past weekend.
Yeah, I got new pads for this year. Just like a pretty stock, like nothing crazy.
Crazy.
I really like the ones last year. Is that the one with the logo on the top there of the leg pads? That was last year's, but yeah, I like those though.
Those are clean. Same mask or new mask?
Same mask right now. I got a new mask coming in this week though. Actually,
let's go. We'll feature it. We'll feature it when we're there.
Yeah. So it'll be fresh for Harvard when you drop the mitts.
It's coming off.
It's getting thrown.
Comes off.
Maybe wear the old mask for when you throw that off, and then
I wouldn't even waste
one.
your time strapping it on for Harvard game. Yep. I would just keep it unbuckled.
Yeah. Put it. Usually like there's a water bottle, just an extra mask, just in case something happens. All right, I like that. Should we do a speed round?
I don't know, but if there's actually a fight in this game, this audio is going to be great.
Yeah, I hope it happens. They, like I said, I don't know Harvard's roster size as much as I do.
I'm looking
Cornell
at your mask right now,
like
though, from last year. It is sick. Who paints your mask?
Vice Designs.
Okay.
His name's Alan Schneider in Ohio, I think. Does a great job doing the new one as well.
Okay.
Let's go. Can we spoiler what you got done this year?
Yeah. Did you design it or did he?
Gave him sort of a couple ideas. It looks great. It's pretty much the same thing, except I put the Manhattan Beach Pier, which is the town I'm from, on the side where the Hollywood sign was instead of that. And then
I see that. Yep.
Back, and then it's more white this time. So I'm thinking about maybe wearing that with like our home jerseys and wearing the red with our red jerseys.
I like it.
Sort of switch it up.
Nice. Okay. Another question I guess we haven't even asked yet, which we always do, is just what led you to Cornell? Were you ever thinking other schools like, I don't know, UMD, or was it always Cornell for you?
Yeah, I think it was kind of always Cornell, especially when I first talked to them, like my last year of high school. It was such an easy choice. The academics, like the hockey program historically is great. I've had a great time being here. I think it was the best choice for me, but yeah, I didn't have too many offers coming out of high school or coming out of juniors. So when Cornell offered me, like obviously it was a phenomenal offer, and yeah, had to jump at it immediately.
Yeah, it is hard to turn that down, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Going there,
You
like,
can take it.
done deal.
Done.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little speed round quick and then let him go here?
Yeah. Shot out of a cannon here. Why number 30?
It was the only other number, like, other than 1.
It's tougher for 10. That's always a better question for any skater, but okay. All right. Question number 2. Have you scored before, and can you score on the 11th?
I have not scored before. We'll see about the 11th.
No better time.
No better time.
Okay. Who's the funniest dude in the locker room?
Oh man, that's a toss. Jack O'Leary. I'll give Jack O'Leary.
Okay.
Shouts.
Number 9.
Okay.
Favorite place to play at?
Either MSG or maybe Princeton. Princeton, we always have a really good showing.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite college hockey favorite college hockey game, we'll say, so far?
Probably beating Denver. That was a big one for us. That was just
I was so juiced.
That was a big one.
I had money in that game.
Me too. Yeah. It worked out.
We picked the boys.
What about the toughest guy you've had to face in college hockey so far?
Thought Jake Sanderson was really good in North Dakota. Sean Farrell, Cornell, you guys are really good.
Mm-hmm.
LaFair. That whole Harvard team from last year was really good.
Just stupid.
Yeah, they could buzz out there. My God.
Yeah.
For you, like watching film, are you focused on one guy at all when you're preparing, I guess, for a game, or is it just the overall team style play?
In our pre-scout, we usually have 4 or 5 guys that we kind of pick at. We're big shooters, we're playmakers, so I'm kind of aware of them, but I knew about Steve's and whatnot coming into this weekend, but I wouldn't say focusing me to pinpoint a guy because I don't know how often he's going to be touching the puck realistically. So
exactly, and it's just all so quick. You're not going to think, oh, I remember I studied this about him. He's already come down in a breakways at one time. You know what I mean? I was just curious as a goalie, just watching film from that standpoint. But
what about your pregame rituals? Like, are you superstitious at all?
I say I'm not, but realistically, yeah, probably a little bit. Just got to get my pregame nap in. Usually have the same pre-workout, same mobility routine, hand-eye routine, and other than that, just I don't know, kind of the same stuff on the ice.
Okay, that sounds pretty chill for most goalies that we've talked to. Honestly,
that wasn't terrible.
It's working. What about who's the best looking guy coming to the ice? Who's got the best style on the team?
I think Ryan Walsh is pretty good style. Jonathan Castagna. Remington Keppel, my goalie partner this year, has the sweetest setup I've probably ever seen in college hockey. You guys definitely go check out his pads. They're awesome.
Okay.
Has he posted them? He's from Minnesota, isn't he? The name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I think he played
maybe
for...
DM'd, maybe. I don't know.
Who was it?
I don't know.
I think they won the tourney.
Yeah. I think he... Hill Murray, maybe?
Hill Murray, yeah, that's right. So, I'm looking... he hasn't posted it. Come on, Remington. Come on. I mean, what a name, though. That is such a nail-gun name. That makes sense that he goes to Cornell. Big boys. All right. So, shout out Remington. We'll see those pads here soon.
If you guys had a third jersey, what color would you want it to be?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. Maybe another clean white, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we only wear...
It's white and red. I mean, I don't know.
But could we do a black?
A black, gray, cream, anything? I don't know.
Cream would be sick.
A blackout would be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a red sea.
Ooh,
yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, we'll talk to them.
We're not gonna get anywhere.
I
went to Bemidji State. You think Cornell's gonna listen to me?
No.
Come on.
They're like, yeah, we swept UMD. We don't give a shit about you either. All right. I'm out. Oh, okay. So after you guys beat Harvard on November 11th, where's the place to go after on campus?
Spot in town?
Yeah.
Maybe either one of our houses in College Town, or you guys get at the just Hideaway or Level B. We don't really have great bars, I wouldn't say, in College Town. I'd say it's more of a party sort of community, but...
Well, that's dangerous. We haven't fared well in any house party we've been to after a series, but...
Challenge accepted. Yeah. What are the boys... Are all the houses pretty close together, or what's that situation like?
We're a little bit spread out. We have my grade here, the juniors, down Stewart Avenue, and then we have kind of like a sophomore house. The freshmen are all on North Campus because you have to live there as a freshman, and now as a sophomore, actually, unfortunately. And then we have the same senior house we've had for a while, just kind of further up the hill, closer to campus.
Huge. All right. That'll work. That'll work for sure. All right. Well, you survived the speed round here. We got one question for sure, unless you can think of anything else. We got this guy. What are you thinking?
Nothing. I'm just trying to think if we had anything else that I really wanted to ask for this weekend.
We can do it after this.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so this is our sponsored Endorphin question. Go to endorphin.com. Best protein in the biz. You want to use promo code ECH or Pucks in Deep. You'll get 10% off your first purchase. Unless you want to get it for free, Ian, we can talk after. But the question is, for all of our younger listeners out there, what would your advice be for just how to get to the position that you've been in to have as much success, especially as a goalie, coming from first, the U show, then Null, then Cornell, dominating, possible Richter, people are saying it. What's your advice for kids out there? What should their mindset be?
Don't overthink it. Don't overstress it. Like, you're not saving lives here. You're playing hockey. Make sure you're having fun first. And, if you're having fun every single day, then like the work becomes way easier. It becomes more consistent. It gets way easier to get up every day and, kind of do something you love. So, yeah, don't overthink it. Just have fun with it.
There's nothing better than college hockey.
Yeah, that too. Mm-hmm. Stay here as long as you can.
I got 2 questions here. What's one thing you'd change about college hockey? And what's your favorite part about college hockey right now?
Maybe visors for players.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's a great one.
More professional.
Yep. Make block shots. The video's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah.
I don't know. More fighting. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Be sick.
Yep.
And then, you said one thing that I enjoy about it.
Yeah. What's your favorite part? What's the best part about playing college hockey?
The crowds, like the atmosphere. It's so much fun. Like, it makes college hockey what it is.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, which is why we need to. I think you guys had a pretty good attendance in your.
We don't need to say anything for this Harvard game.
I know. No, I'm saying for playoffs.
Oh,
it's got to be hosted.
Yeah,
not
the regionals.
Neutral site.
Can you imagine?
I think you guys had a pretty. Do you guys
a regional at Lynah would be unbelievable.
Right, like you guys earn it if you get to that spot. And you want to host and you can host, why not let that team? Like, imagine a regional at Lynah. It'd be nuts.
Yeah,
like you guys would not lose.
Even did that.
It needs to happen.
Yeah. So we'll put your name next to that. It probably has a little bit more weight than ours, and we're gonna keep working towards it. So okay.
Find out who has a class on Friday the 10th too, because I do want to attend one class at Cornell just so I can say I did.
Good luck.
I want my dad to be proud of me.
You just want it for the gram.
Yeah, that's true.
I made it. My God. All right. Well, we put you through the ringer here, Ian. We do appreciate your time joining us, fresh off a sweep of my Bulldogs. Good work. But we are rooting for you, especially November 11th, and we're going to be, obviously, you guys are top 10 now.
One last time, College Hockey Game Day coming to Cornell. We're pumped. It's game day.
Fired up.
At Lynah versus Harvard. It's going to be just a bloodbath. I love it.
We're throwing a fish. I don't know if it's the fish.
Yeah, I'm bringing the fish. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so it's happening.
We'll find the biggest fish in town.
And hopefully we'll get a sweater too.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'll buy one. But
yeah.
All right. So, but thank you, Ian. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
And go Big Red. I think that's fair to say.
That's fair.
Take it easy on my Bulldogs next time. That's all. All right. All right. That was Ian Shane. Tendy of the week for the Cornell Big Red. He had a big performance against the Bulldogs.
2.
Again, that's still, I know. 35 saves, only 1 goal given up. Not bad out there. And Cornell looks just
Those
as good.
both games combined?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Their defense every year is stout, especially at home. They put on a hell of a showing. Opening to come out of the gates against UMD like that, not easy to do.
Must wins for them, man. Because pairwise, you have less games, and now UMD is going to be a top 20 team. They are every year. They find a way in, so that's just good for pairwise, and they do have a tough schedule ahead of them too. So getting those first 2 wins, because if you lose those first 2. Now there's more added pressure to win those next couple.
Uphill climb.
Yeah. And so it still is an uphill climb. They got to, building into Harvard weekend. So
tough non-conference schedule. Like, I respect their non-conference this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for them, and they're going to be a strong team at the end of the year. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be they're top 10 this week. Could be top 5 when we get there for Harvard weekend. They got that talent. I don't see them losing next weekend.
Who knows? It's again, anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah,
college
I'm just
hockey,
saying. If I had to predict, I would say they They probably
if they go
should win those.
undefeated going into Harvard game,
Yeah.
that place is going to be
Juiced.
It already
no
is gonna
matter
be
what,
juiced, but it's just
gonna be
like
tough to find a spot.
seriously, I don't want to be able to hear when I leave Lynah on Saturday
I
night.
think we can accomplish that.
Good.
Yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, that was Ian Shane. Thank you guys for listening this week. Go follow our pages at Everything College Hockey everywhere except for Twitter. We are Team ECH, but otherwise we got YouTube. New video just came out. Check out LIU. We're going to be going to Cornell, like we said.
We got some more videos coming out too. St. Thomas, go check out our YouTube. Go subscribe to our page right now. St. Thomas videos coming out, and then Minnesota State as well this week. So both coming out this week.
Not a big deal.
And yeah, our next trip, as of now, is Cornell.
Yep.
We're going to Lynah.
Let's go. So we'll see you guys there, and we'll see you next time on Pucks and Deep.
You wanna leave me? Yeah, I need some. Yeah, I need something we can hold on to. Where you wanna be? Baby, quit frontin'. Don't I give you something to feel closer to? Ooh, ooh, ooh. This ain't the type of heart you play with. Then throw away when you're down with it. I'm down with it.